Okay.
Hey,
One
I just
there.
want to, you know,
Yeah.
Amy, you guys, we are getting trained. I invited most of you. Is like, please don't miss this exciting opportunity because we have Amy in the Alex Cosmetic headquarters, and she is the international trainer. She's my trainer. So you guys are in for a real treat. So what time is it there, Amy?
It is 6:10 p.m. So it's still light outside, thank goodness. But yeah, I'm so happy to be here today and thank you for your patience as we've had to deal with some technical difficulties. But we have a great webinar lined up for you today. We're going to be talking about our second method, fruits to peel. Many of you know herbs to peel, and we're going to be talking about the A that complements the B and the C peel. So we'll be starting in just a couple of minutes. We just want to make sure that everybody has a chance to enter and that everybody can see the screen okay. I just want to go a little bit further back so that we're at the beginning of the PowerPoint. We're going to just go through what we're going to be talking about today. Sorry, Nicole, I did not mean to cut you off. So,
No, I'm good. I'm scrolling too to see that everybody that was reaching out to me got the new link too. So I
great.
recording in progress. Do, do
I think we have a bit of an echo. Maybe there's two screens open with the webinar. Otherwise, we might need to mute one.
everybody who's not like everyone mute your microphones.
Exactly.
I saw. Okay. So think I got everybody that was emailing and messaging me this morning. So yes, I'm so excited. You know, we've been in love with the herbs to peel. The herbs are like what have saved my skin and many people's skin for decades. And I'm really thrilled that we have the A peel now because people still request, chemical peels, but I feel like this is a nice it's nice to have it that we have to offer so that we deliver like a safe and good for skin health chemical peel for all skins.
Absolutely, because that's actually a very huge part of us. We want to make sure at Alex Cosmetic that we create a sustainable skin. That means not just immediate results. Of course, you do get immediate results, but that you have a healthy skin in the long run. And that is why it took so long actually to create the fruits to peel, because we wanted to make sure that all of the acids could unfold properly without damaging the skin and that you had a healthy skin in the long run. So we are going to be talking about that today. We're going to be talking about what fruits to peel consists of, how it works, and then I'll briefly go into the acids that it contains. And then it's really important to see how we can implement fruits to peel into your institute and how you can also have your clients. We also have a home care version of it as well. So how your clients can also use it at home. And then we'll go and review the most important points again. So. Okay. Okay. If everybody
Okay.
could just make sure that their microphones are on mute, that would be great. And then we can get going. So, so
Adia, mute your microphone.
Okay, so as you know, we have, as Nicole was mentioning, we have the herbs to peel, which is a great problem solver, especially with the corrective peel. We're entering peel season, and that's our peeling with visible results. If you haven't had a seminar in it, there are being seminars offered this fall and into winter, which is a great time to do a deep peeling on the skin. And then, of course, most of you know the bee peel, which we're using the power of herbs as well, but it's a lighter, non-visible peeling, which just gives a fresh kick to the skin. And now, not only due to high demand, but also because we wanted to extend our range to offer something if a client, for example, is allergic to herbs, or if a client has severe skin conditions, maybe even rosacea. That's why we wanted to actually incorporated the fruits to peel. So we complemented the A to the B and the C. And the A actually doesn't stand for acids. You would think that A stands for acids, but A actually stands for all-rounder. And it's all-rounder because it's for everybody. It's for sensitive skin types, it's for acne skin types, it's for anti-aging. You can really use it and it complements your back bar and your cabin in addition to the beauty or the corrective peel. Now, you can't use it at the same time in the same sitting as the B or the C peel, but you can complement it in other ways. And I'll talk a little bit further about that later on. We will give you guys an opportunity to give questions at the end of the webinar. The webinar is about 45 minutes or so, and then we'll give you the opportunity. But all your questions should be answered during the webinar. We've gone through it very, very thoroughly. So, yeah, as I mentioned, a peel is the all-rounder peel. It actively and effectively supports skin renewal. It improves the skin structure and for the long term. So it ensures an even, clear, and fresh appearance, more radiance. It's great for all skin types. It works without mechanical irritation and without visible peeling of the skin. And that means that you can conduct an A peel in fall and winter as often as once a week. Now, during the summertime, or if you are in a lot of sun exposure, then we would say in the Institute you can offer one or two, and then I would take a break or switch to B peel. But during the darker months, we do say you can do 4 in a row. Now, if you live in a warm climate, then obviously make sure that your client is aware of protecting their skin because that's always essential after getting any type of peel that they use an SPF of 50 and that they protect their skin with BB cream on top, and then they're completely covered. So let's take a look at the acids it contains. Now we're working with 3-in-1 effect, and basically that is 3 different acids in one product. We're working with AHA, BHA, and PHA. And by combining these 3 acids, the peel can be safely and individually applied and adapted to every single skin type without any severe irritation or side effects, even for very sensitive skin. So, and another advantage is that we only need one peel product and a neutralizer, of course, that we can use on any skin. So it makes it really uncomplicated for the cabin, which is very important. And it's also special and innovative, like I mentioned, because we formulated it so that each acid could unfold its benefits into the skin individually and develop its characteristic and to remain stable at the same time. So we have, as I mentioned, a acid for the cabin, and we also have an acid for at home. Now the acid for the cabin is at 32.5%, exclusive for the professional treatment. After today, you are going to be certified, so you can purchase the acid prior to certification, though it is not allowed to be purchased. And let's take a look at the acid and its breakdown. So we're working here with AHA, which is composed of glycolic acid at 10%, lactic acid at 7%, and mandelic acid at 5%. We also have salicylic acid in there at 0.5 and PHA polyhydroxy acid, which is our modern form of acid, at 10%. And we're working with a pH of about 3 to 3.2. Okay. So, and also the nice thing is it's dermatologically developed and tested, which makes these acids very, very stable. So, which is nice because you're going to have consistent results at the same time, and you're not going to have any, many negative side effects. So it's going to ensure more safety, consistency, and quality for your client's skin at the same time. Okay, let's take a look at the 3 parameters which you have to look at when you're looking at acid peels. Basically, first depends on the acid percentage and its concentration. So in general, the higher the concentration, the deeper it penetrates into the skin. But this also increases the risk of side effects and irritation. So acidic peels that are less concentrated are effective when used regularly and have a lasting positive effect on the skin by changing the pH value of the skin into the skin's physiological range. And we'll go more into that a little bit later. Secondly, the pH value of the formulation. So ideally, the pH value of acid peels should be between 3 and 4. And a pH value below 3 increases the effect of the acids, while a value above 4 reduces their effectiveness. And the third parameter to consider is the application time. So the exposure time must be individually adapted to the client and their skin condition. The longer the skin has contact, obviously, with a chemical peel, the more intensive their effect. But because the acid contained is at a fixed 32.5% and the pH value is between 3 and 3.2. The only thing that you really need to consider when using this peel is the exposure time, and that will go into individually depending on your client's skin type. I hope this works with the technology. We have a video in here. Let's see if it plays. Let me know if it's not, and I can tell you what I say in the video.
The intensity of the peeling effect of
Can
the
you hear
acidic
it?
products depends on our three
Okay.
parameters. Our fruits to peel, A peel, also depends on these variables. Firstly, it depends on how the acid is used and in its concentration. In general, the higher the concentration of the acid, the deeper it penetrates into the skin. But this also increases the risk of side effects and skin irritation. Acid peeling products that are less concentrated are effective when used regularly and have a long-lasting positive effect on the skin health by changing the pH value to the skin's physiological range. Secondly, the pH value of the formulation. Ideally, the pH value of acidic peelings should be between 3 and 4. If the pH value is below 3, the effect of the acids is increased. If it's above 4, the effectiveness is reduced. And thirdly, the application time. The exposure time must be individually adapted to the skin type and its needs. In general, the longer the skin contact with the chemical peels, the more intensive the effect. And the acid concentration of the fruits to peel peeling liquid is already set at 32.5%. And the pH value is between 3 and 3.2. You only need to consider the application time during the treatment to adjust it to your skin type. So let's come back to the pH value. It's not only the pH value of the formulation that plays a major role, but also the physiological pH of the value of the skin. We all learned in school about the pH scale during our training. It has a range from 0 to 14, with the value being 7 at neutral, so like water, for example. Everything from 0 to 7 is described as acidic, and everything from 7 to 14 is alkaline. The skin's physiological pH value is 4.8 to 5.5, which is acidic. In dry and atrophic skin, but also in many dermatoses such as acne and rosacea, the pH value of the skin is 6 or even higher. So as a result, the skin barrier, so the natural acid mantle, cannot develop properly, and the skin's resistance is reduced, and potential pathogenic microorganisms can multiply and trigger inflammatory processes. We can positively influence the pH value of the skin with acidic products. It's very important to rebalance the skin's pH value because only an acidic skin is a healthy skin. During a fruits to peel treatment at your institute, the pH value of the skin is lowered in a controlled manner and brought up to the physiological normal range. The application time of the peeling liquid depends on the skin condition. We recommend an application time of about 4 to 6 minutes for cuperosis and rosacea, 6 to 8 minutes for sensitive skin, and 10 minutes for all other skin conditions. You can go up to 15 minutes for impure skin conditions, thick, large pored skin, elastosis, and sun damaged skin.
Okay, so that's the most important part, and we do have a training manual that goes with this that actually shows the timing and everything as reference to go back to. But keep in mind between 4 minutes and 15 minutes. So obviously 4 to 8 minutes for your sensitive skin conditions. And then usually if I have a quote unquote normal skin that I'm starting out with, I usually set my timer for 10 minutes. And then if it's well tolerated, then by the next treatment, we can increase the time.
The intensity of the
Okay, so as you can see here is your exposure time. And the nice part about it, because it is a stable acid, we aren't going into a dangerous range here. So this is our manufacturer recommendation as far as the times go. So we do say it's important to stick to it. We are going to show you the protocol, but let's take a first look at the differences between the acids and their properties. So as you know, the smallest molecular size is AHAs, and that basically really penetrates quickly and deeply, and works hydrophilic, as well as PHAs. BHA, salicylic acid, which is quite often recommended for acne-prone skin because it's lipophilic, fat soluble, and works basically on the skin in surface and into the pores. So let's take a look at the next video and we explain how the acids work a little bit better.
Let's now take a closer look at the hydroxy acids that we have. We've included all three acid groups in our peeling liquid: alpha hydroxy acid, glycolic, lactic, and mandelic acid; beta hydroxy acid with its main component salicylic acid; and the polyhydroxy acids, gluconatone and lactobionic acid. All acids consist of acid molecules, and they all have different chemical properties. They differ, among other things, in their molecular size, with alpha hydroxy acids having the smallest molecules, followed by beta hydroxy acids with large molecules, and polyhydroxy acids consisting of very large molecules. Alpha hydroxy acids and polyhydroxy acids have a hydrophilic, water-soluble properties, which beta hydroxy acids are lipophilic, fat-soluble. The pH value of the acid is naturally between approximately 3.3 and 3.8, which is why the acids can optimally develop on their effectiveness with a pH value formulation of the peeling that is between 3 and 4. The peeling liquid is therefore ideally formulated with a pH value of about 3 to 3.2. Due to these chemical properties, we have acids that are at different penetration depths and act in different areas of the skin. The alpha hydroxy acids, which consist of the smallest molecule, can penetrate very quickly and deeply into the skin. Especially with glycolic acid, which can penetrate into the basal layer, can develop its effectiveness from the inside out. Beta hydroxy acid does not penetrate as deeply into the epidermis and has a keratolytic effect on the skin surface, so it works from the outside in. But it's also able to penetrate into the sebaceous glands due to its lipophilic properties, thereby removing comedones and opening the pores. Polyhydroxy acids, on the other hand, which consist of the largest molecule, can only develop their effectiveness on the skin's surface and the uppermost area of the skin. So this makes them milder and gentler on the skin.
Okay. So basically, all of these modes of actions interact with each other, and that's also important to see. So, and like I said, we have hydrophilic properties that are with PHA and AHA, and lipophilic properties with BHA. And as we just mentioned in the video, AHA also induces collagen synthesis, which is also an important attribute to the peel. We're going to take a look at as well the different types of skin that it's ideal for as well.
The combination of acid.
Oops, sorry about that. So let's take a look.
The combination of acid also combines their different effects on the skin. This is why Fruits to Peel offers more modes of action and therefore more application options than just one product. The acids used have intersections, so modes of action that all acids have in common. So they have a keratolytic effect through the denaturation of the protein structures that hold the dead skin cells together. They also have a vehicle function, so they make the skin's absorption capacity and penetration and depth and effect of the subsequent active ingredients increased. The natural skin renewal process is stimulated and accelerated by shedding of dead skin cells. Irregular pigmentation is evened out, and the skin health is positively influenced in the long term. The pH value of the skin is brought into the skin's physiological range and in a controlled manner. The effect of the two acid groups is an improved skin hydration. The hydrophilic acids are highly hygroscopic, so they have good water binding capacity and are to some extent moisturizing themselves. Their antioxidant effect fights free radicals, it slows down the skin aging process, and improves the natural skin barrier function and resistance. They work antibacterially, antimicrobially, anti-inflammatory, and this effect reduces efflorescences and prevents them from forming again. The bacterial flora of the skin is regulated, and irritations of the skin are soothed, and skin healing processes have been accelerated. And finally, another important effect that only one acid, namely glycolic acid, has is the synthesis of the skin's own collagen by fibroblasts in the dermis are activated. The elasticity of the skin is improved and fine lines and wrinkles are minimized. The variety and modes of action also results in a wide range of possible applications and indications. The fruits to peel treatment concept is ideal for mature atrophic skin, sun-damaged skin, irregular skin tone or hyperpigmentation, blemishes, tired-looking skin, dry skin, the first lines and wrinkles, even sensitive skin and cuperosa, rosacea, hyperkeratosis, cornification disorders, large pored skin, blemished skin, and even mild forms of acne.
Okay, so let's take a look. We have a lot of different treatment options, as you see, for a lot of different clients, but we've really simplified it. And let's take a look at our treatment concept and how you can cater to your client in there and at your spa. So basically, we have treatments, and our treatments we've shortened to TX, kind of like RX is the short version of prescription, TX is the short version of treatment. So we have TX1, TX2, and TX3. And basically, we are working with our 5-step beauty routine in the cabin as well as at home. So basically, every client needs 5 steps in order to conduct a treatment to have a healthy skin. And it's really easy because the first 3 steps are essentially identical no matter what your skin type is. It could be an acne-prone skin, it could be a sensitive skin, or an anti-aging treatment. You're always going to decrease the skin with a matte pore cleanser, and then we're going to use our peel products and then the peeling toner. And then you're going to, in step 4, cater the treatment to the client. And that's what's nice about step 4. When going to correct, we have a specific cocktail that we make of different skincare products that will treat the client's skin. And then they can take, these products home and also get faster to their goals at the same time. So what we recommend in the winter time is that the client goes, or in the fall, like right now, as you can see, it's starting to get dark here, that the client come into the Institute if they can once a week, and we recommend 4 treatments, and I'll show you the different types of treatments for the skin types. And then the client goes home with their own home care and follows the 5 steps at the same time. Let's take a look here. So let's take a look first at contraindications, because that's very important when conducting a peel. And as we said, this is a great alternative if your client is allergic to herbs. However, if the client is allergic to aspirin, for example, so it's also allergies to ingredients contained in acetyl salicylic acid, which would be the salicylic acid in BHA, then they're going to be contraindicated. So always ask if they have this allergy. We have a declaration of consent form with your training manual that you can go through and ask questions, and we're going to go through the possible answers as well in a moment. Of course, you're not going to want to conduct this treatment if there's active dermatitis in the peeling area, so neurodermatitis, psoriasis, perioral dermatitis, folliculitis. Definitely, we're going to wait until the skin is healed. Same with inflammatory acne, any acute viral infection such as a herpes outbreak. You're going to wait till the skin is healed. Skin cancer in the peel area, of course, we don't want to encourage any new cell growth, and that would definitely be contraindicated. Fresh scars or wounds, we're also going to wait until the skin is healed. Any treatment with highly concentrated retinoids, external or systemic, we're going to wait on that. And I'm going to go into how long you should wait after these contraindications. Also, after laser treatments, TCA, phenol peeling, any procedures that are going to affect the skin structure, you're going to wait till the skin structure has built up again. If a client is photosensitive, I also would not recommend the treatment. And also, especially when working with AHAs, we also look at, we don't offer during pregnancy or while breastfeeding. Same with vitamin A's, we don't recommend at this time as well. So it's really important to educate your clients and protect yourself at the same time. So this is why we created this declaration of consent form. And, it's really important to go through this, that the client also understands that their behavior also influences the results, that they protect their skin with at least an SPF of 30 to 50 and BB cream. With a BB cream application, because with BB cream we're working physical barrier protection, then they're going to really want to apply a generous amount of this to their skin if they're only using BB cream. We at headquarters recommend, however, to use a sunscreen of SPF 50 and BB cream on top. Then it's a sure thing the client has a nice glow, and the BB cream is also very nourishing on the skin at the same time. So make sure that they understand and that there's no yes checked on any of the boxes. And we'll definitely go through what happens if they do say yes. So as I mentioned, if they say yes to allergies, ask specifically about aspirin. If the client suffers from herpes, if there's no outbreak, then it's not a problem. Pregnancy, if they say yes, then it's contraindicated, of course. During pregnancy, you can conduct a B peel. You cannot conduct an A peel nor a C peel, but B peel can be done, and we recommend that B peel be conducted like you would for a sensitive skin type. So we massage the skin for about a minute to a minute and a half, and then rinse the herbs off after that. So ask the client if they're taking any medication, if they're under a physician's care for any treatment, make sure that their immune system is fit. Find out if they're taking any medication that could make them sun sensitive. Also find out about this because we want to make sure that their skin is protective and they're not prone to hyperpigmentation. If they're taking any laser treatment, so if they're going to have to wait 6 to 8 weeks with a Fraxel or TCA peel treatments, and if just ask that their skin has make sure that their skin is healed in time. So definitely 6 to 8 weeks. Now, if they've had a C peel, we actually recommend 4 weeks after the follow-up treatment. And 4 weeks after the follow-up treatment is actually ideal to conduct an APL, especially in the cases of acne, because you're maintaining the skin's pH level into a healthy range. So it's definitely recommended. And find out if they're doing any other skin altering treatments. Laser hair removal, you can wait about 2 weeks. Let's say the client just got back from vacation. I would also wait a good 2 weeks. Make sure that they protect their skin during vacation, that the skin is in a healthy, resilient condition, and then you can conduct it up to 2 weeks after a holiday. If they've just received microdermabrasion, aqua or jet peels, if they've just received a B peel or waxing, sugaring, then you're going to have them wait a good week. And the skin needs to also be protected directly after the treatment. Like I mentioned, with SPF 50 and BB cream would be the best that we would recommend, and for a good 4 weeks after the treatment program. We'll go through this again as a review. So, and this is also in your notes in the fruits to peel manual as well. Okay, so when you're conducting a fruits to peel treatment in the Institute, these are the 5 products that you absolutely need. The matte pore cleanser is shown here on the screen as a retail product, but we do have it also in larger size. That's 200 milliliters. We have it also in 500 milliliters. And the matte pore cleanser is a great product even without using the fruits to peel. I recommend it for clients with large pored skin, with acne prone skin, or even sensitive skin is also fantastic. What's that, Nicole? Did you say something?
Like, the green cleansing gel is amazing, and
Uh-huh.
I think you can have better. I now have this one, and it's just amazing. I'm a gel person, so if you have a gel client, it's very refreshing.
It is, and
Yeah,
it working with really natural plant surfactants, and even with that, it still foams up really nicely. It still gives you that deep cleaning feeling, I think.
yes.
Yeah, and it's nice because it was specially developed for this treatment because it does effectively degrease the skin, so it is a prerequisite for using this treatment. It has a pH, also slowly brings the pH level down. We're working with a pH of 5.1 to 5.6, we're working with a very light keratolytic effect because we have polyhydroxy acids in there at 0.5%. So has a very gentle keratolytic effect and helps support the skin's protective acid mantle at the same time. We are also working with a bitter orange hydrolate in there, which has an antibacterial and soothing effect. So, like I said, you can use it on any skin type. It's fantastic. And after that, you're going to cleanse, you're going to thoroughly rinse the skin, and then you're going to, on a damp cotton pad, you're going to apply the peeling toner to all areas that are going to be treated. So you can treat face, neck, décolleté is perfect. And the peeling toner, we're working with 3% mandelic acid and a pH value of 4 to 4.6. And so also has a gentle keratolytic effect. It's antibacterial, and it helps keep the skin's flora in balance. We're working with a dragon fruit extract, so pitaya fruit extract, which is a vitamin C balm. It's really great for the skin. And we're also working with three skin identical amino acids, so alanine, aspartic acid, glutamic acid, which basically help provide the skin with additional moisture. They help soothe any irritations on the skin and basically also have antioxidant action at the same time. Okay, our names are a bit confusing, just to let you know. We have, for the professional cabin, we have peeling liquid, which is at 32.5%, and then we have a lower percentage for home care, which is called the liquid peeler. So everybody always gets confused. Is it the peeling liquid or the liquid peeler? If it's pink, that's for the professional cabin. So the pink label is what you're going to be using at the cabin, and it's exclusively for the Institute. And we're also working here, in addition to our three acids, we're also working with acerola and dragon fruit extract, which are both very high in vitamin C. They have a very strong antioxidant and moisturizing effect. And we're also working with an extract from brown algae, the Laminaria saccharina. It's very skin soothing. It's a very strong antioxidant for the skin at the same time. And it's also rich in polysaccharides, which basically help improve the skin's moisture content. And also in the peeling liquid, we have sodium hydroxide, which basically helps maintain the pH value of the formulation. And basically, when you're using buffered hydroxy acids, as we mentioned, the pH value always remains the same regardless of the exposure time. So it doesn't automatically sink deeper and deeper into the acidic range like unbuffered acids do. So this makes any risk really limited. So we don't have severe side effects, any severe skin burns, and that's really important, the safety of the skin. Um, Also with a pH neutralizer. We're going to apply basically the peeling liquid to the skin with a fan brush, and our exposure time, like we said, it's depending on the skin condition, so anywhere from 4 to 15 minutes. And then after our exposure time, what's so cool is you can massage this acid. So you can, with damp hands, the last minute or so, if the skin is tolerates it, if it's not a very sensitive skin, you can massage the last minute or so, and then thoroughly rinse with water. And then you're going to apply the pH neutralizer with a cotton pad onto the skin. So basically helps bring the skin into the physiological range after exposure time, and we're working with a pH value of 10 here. So it immediately neutralizes, it immediately interrupts the process, and basically also enables a controlled and safe exfoliation to be carried out, even if the skin were to react excessively. And we're also working with, in addition to sodium carbonate to neutralize, we're also working with very skin-friendly ingredients such as licorice root extract. We're working with magnesium, zinc. We're working with an algae extract here called Prophidium cruentum, which basically helps soothe skin irritations and works hydrating at the same time.
I will
The
say
la-
that confuses people.
yeah.
Rinse, first, then neutralize. And I always tell people just read the
Ah,
manual because it says that in the manual. But yes, it is rinse with this one first, then
mhm.
neutralize.
Yes, absolutely. And we're going to show you a video so it kind of, gets saved there. But yeah, absolutely. And that's also going to help interrupt, but your pH neutralizer is definitely necessary after rinsing. And then no matter what the skin type is, after you've neutralized, you're going to automatically hydrate the skin with the fluid. Now, this is a fantastic hydration and energizing booster from the Elegance line. You can also use it as a great intensive hydration energy booster outside of this peel method as well. But it's an optimal post-peel intensive care product. So it's really great because the skin is has a tendency to be initially dehydrated after a peel. So it's a really highly concentrated cream fluid, and we're working with a complex from the young shoots of the copper beech tree, which has peptides in it. And we're also working with a little bit of gluconolactone, which and an extract from the brown algae, which is called Laminaria ocruloica. And basically, this helps support the skin's regeneration and barrier function at the same time. And it's for all skin types. So this is the protocol you're going to follow with all skin types. But we're going to also show you how you can individualize it in step 4. Okay, so just another visual like we did show you in the video a few minutes ago, how we naturally start to go down with cleansing and opening the skin and bringing down the pH and then bringing it right back up into the physiological range after neutralizing the skin at the same time. So it's very controlled, very manageable, and very safe. Okay, let's take a look at the peel in the Institute. We have 3 different treatment options, and it's really easy to do. So let's take a look at TX1, which is the all-ager treatment, basically for all skin types except for sensitive and impure skin conditions. So as you see, first 3 steps, identical as what I just talked about. And we're looking normally at a normal skin, an atrophic skin, maybe has elastosis. So your exposure time is usually between 10 and 15 minutes. Then we're going to rinse, we're going to neutralize, we're going to apply the fluid, and that's after that where we cocktail. And I love to cocktail products because the skin's very receptive directly after the peeling. So this actually treatment looks kind of like our Hydra Boost treatment from the B Peel. It has very similar cocktail products, the Elixir and the High Performance Mask, which really gives a great experience for the cabin because the Elixir just smells wonderfully, but is really, really regenerating, very hydrating. So you can conduct a really nice massage here. And then optional on top is the biocellulose face and neck mask. My favorite mask ever. It's great for all skin types and really hydrates the skin, lifts the skin at the same time. We're working with apple stem cells, so we're activating the skin's own stem cells, and it's a great soothing add-on treatment. We have an institute actually here at headquarters, and we sell this as a package to our clients. And the the biocellulose mask is automatically included in our package. So we don't even ask our clients, do we want an add-on mask? Because sometimes they sit and think, well, do I need one? No, it's okay. I don't need one. It's not even a question. It's just part of the package, and they love this mask. It's really a nice experience for the cabin, and the client has really fabulous results afterwards. And I always combine the biocellulose mask with a tool. So I usually put our cryofacial skin lifter in the refrigerator beforehand and then conduct a nice massage afterwards. Okay, option number 2, TX2, is the delicate. So this is for your sensitive skin clients, clients that have cuperosis, rosacea, and we're going to be lowering our exposure time for 4 to 8 minutes, depending on their skin condition. And then afterwards, of course, we apply the fluid. And then here, afterwards, we're going to cocktail Elixir and the Instant Relief Gel Mask. And the Instant Relief Gel Mask has been specifically formulated to actually strengthen capillary resistance. It works anti-inflammatory, and we're working with great botanical ingredients, such as Mexican nettle oil extract, such as esquine, which belongs to the horse chestnuts, also capillary strengthening. We're working with a lot of aloe vera, evening primrose, which is a fantastic botanical anti-ager and anti-inflammatory. So really cool mask. It's a leave-on mask, and the skin really continues to benefit from it afterwards. And then, of course, optional biocellulose mask, I think, is nice and cooling and soothing afterwards. Um, and then, of course, afterwards, with all treatments, you're going to protect the skin with SPF 50 and then BB cream. Option number three, same procedure. We're looking at an acne-prone skin here. The things that we have to pay attention to here is after we do our peeling, then you can perform extractions. So then you can perform extractions. If needed, you can cleanse the skin again afterwards. After neutralizing, you perform your extractions. Then you can cleanse the skin again if needed with matte pore cleanser or locally disinfect with alcohol. And here we're not going to be conducting a massage. We're just going to be applying the fluid, and then we can apply the instant relief gel mask on top. And if needed, the biocellulose mask works also great here. It's very, very soothing and anti-inflammatory and hydrating at the same time. Okay, and especially for the acne-prone skin, I always try to get them on a routine at home, but we'll talk about that a little bit further coming up. Okay, let's go over some possible side effects. So the more the effect that you're going to have, of course, side effects can also be a part of this, but that's okay because side effects are actually, wished for. The client needs to feel something happening in the skin because then they know something's happening in the skin. So when we say more sparkle in my institute, we do mean like this tingling feeling right after application. It can be a little bit intense the first minute or two. The client feels, ooh, there's something going on in my skin right now. Completely normal. And the possible skin reactions are individual, depending on the skin type and skin condition, and usually start to go away within the first few minutes. And the skin reaction usually starts to get better and better after exposure time within the next minutes. By some clients, they might have a little redness, a little bit of tingling, irritation within the hour. And if they should experience any redness, it should subside by the next day. In every case, when we neutralize the skin, it will calm the skin down immediately. And in very rare cases, this is why it's very important to conduct a declaration of consent and a thorough skin analysis. It can be that a client might experience some dry, scaly patches. We've only experienced that, though, to tell you the truth, if the client has been using some other keratolytic product prior to this and not informed us of this. Actually, the long-term use of hydroxy acids can lead to an initial deterioration of the skin, or what we call skin purging. So anything that's underlying that's going to come out as far as impurities go, it can get worse initially before it gets better. And it's important to encourage, especially your acne-prone clients, that, this is a bit of a process. The skin's going to start to clear up, though, within the next few weeks. We just have to keep on it because the skin needs to detoxify itself first. So I say you're going to have definitely a positive result within a skin cycle, but just to be patient with it, and the skin definitely starts to clear up. That being said, I usually don't conduct a fruits to peel treatment directly before a major event, like not on the same day. We conduct it about 2 to 3 days beforehand, and then the skin looks fabulous afterwards, has this nice, fresh, dewy glow afterwards.
I will say the
Okay.
positive thing is that I have worked on some extremely sensitive people.
hmm
Like
hmm
we have to, you just don't know, and they love this peel. So it actually has helped some of the sensitive people that I know.
Yeah, I agreed, Nicola. That's my go-to in the cabin when I have a really like a rosacea client or anything like that. I set to be safe. I set my timer for 4 minutes, but they're totally fine with it. It's very, very skin compatible. We're gonna take a look at the treatment. We have a little video for you, so you can see how easy it is to conduct. Okay. So, and basically to keep it going, to keep the client's skin continuing to regenerate, continuing to correct itself, to get faster to the goal, it's important to recommend a beauty routine at home. So basically, based on our step-by-step customized care, and we have actually 11 different routines depending on your client's needs. Like if you say, okay, but I have a client with acne tarda, well, we have a routine for that. We have a routine for many different skin types. Essential is that the clients, no matter what their skin condition is, go home with the three products to prepare their skin. So the matte pore cleanser to degrease their skin, the liquid peeler, and the peeling toner. The liquid peeler, we're working here with a skin refining 10% hydroxy acid peel here. So we're working here with 6% AHA. We're working, which contains glycolic acid, obviously, 0.5% BHA salicylic acid, and 3.5% PHA. And we're working here with a pH value of 3.5 to 4. It helps support the results at home. And then, of course, their exposure time we're going to go into. We're working up to 15 minutes really with the sensitive skin types, and you can even go up to 20 minutes with your exposure time with all other skin types. So your anti-aging skin types or your acne prone if they're not sensitive. And then they're going to rinse it off and then apply the peeling toner after it, which also has a keratolytic effect. It also hydrates the skin. It keeps the skin's physiological pH value in balance. Now, you can use and recommend the matte pore cleanser and the peeling toner outside of this treatment as well. If this is really warm outside and sunny outside, I usually have the client, like if it's an acne prone skin, I recommend the peeling toner, and they can start off working on using it evenings, for example, on its own as an alternative to a toner like the herbal super lotion. But in general, if they are going to take these products home with them, I usually have them start 2 days later in the evening. Okay, so today is Monday, so I would say, okay, you got your treatment today. Start using the liquid peeler Wednesday evening and start with your exposure time at about 10 minutes, and you can work your way up to 15 minutes if you're sensitive. Otherwise, you can have them go 15 to 20 minutes on a normal to robust skin type. Okay? And then you can basically tailor their routine in step 4. So depending on what product that you want to recommend, this is an example for a client that suffers from Cooperosis, for example. Then I would recommend a product or products that strengthen capillary resistance, that work anti-inflammatory, such as our Recoup Fluid and Recoup Cream from our Calm line. You could also offer the Instant Relief Gel Mask, but it's not a must. That's why it's in a gray color. It's a nice to have product, but not a must have product. But definitely Recoup Fluid is a fantastic product for a skin type like this. And then in your training manual, you can see all of the other treatments. We have treatments, like I mentioned, for acne prone skin, whether it's juvenile acne or acne tarda. Uneven pigmentation, hyperpigmentation, it's a great time of year to start working on that. You can use products from our Brighten line for dehydrated skin, pre-aging, or skin in the need of regeneration that's a little bit more anti-aging, sun-damaged skin, also skin that needs more lifting, power anti-aging. We even have retinol treatments that you can work with this, or even stem cell treatments that you can combine with this. So there's a lot of different treatment options that you can recommend to your clients, and everything is listed in your training manual. Okay, let's take a look at post-peel do's and don'ts. So 3 days directly after our peel, we're not going to be conducting any other peeling. So that's why I say, okay, Wednesday night's okay to start with a liquid peeler at home, but before then, give the skin a chance to regenerate and recover. Self-tanning, also wait about 3 days. No swimming pool visits and no intense physical activities. It can go for a walk, do some yoga, no problem. But nothing that really induces like really heavy sweating. I usually have them also drink extra water the first couple days to help their skin optimally regenerate. They're going to wait for a week with hair removal, waxing either a week beforehand or a week after, electrolysis, sugaring, and you're also going to wait about 3 to 4 weeks. Well, I say never go to the tanning bed. I know that's in there, but they're like, when can I go to the tanning bed? Never. Don't ever go to the tanning bed. Any intensive treatments, laser treatments, have them definitely wait until the skin has built itself up again as well. The same with ask if when they're going on vacation next. That's also important to find out so you can plan around this. And if they've just gotten back from vacation, like I said, wait a good 2 weeks. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look how we are complementing with a peel, because a lot of people are wondering, well, where does this fit in my portfolio? BPL is, of course, it's my personal favorites, are all-rounder. You've got the added benefit of the herbs. You can also conduct it once a week. The BPL, you have this benefit of the herbs. With the BPL, we're working mechanically and we're working enzymatically. And of course, you have the nutritive value of the herbs. The APL, though, is more like an alternative to it that you can say, okay, we've just done a series of BPLs. Let's add something different to the cabin so we can work also a little bit more deep cleaning into the pores with salicylic acid. So it would be an alternative to offer more variety in the cabin as an after conducting B peels. Then maybe the next treatment would be an A peel. It's also an alternative if the client is allergic to herbs, and or if the client has a severe sensitive skin, rosacea, for example, then it would be a great alternative to using the herbs. And the corrective peel, of course, that's the supreme discipline. Like it doesn't get any more individual than that. And most C peel clients, deep peel clients, they usually have a big need to correct their skin in a short period of time. And that's where, there's nothing like it out there. It's a fantastic peeling. And like I said, it's a great complement. You have an acne prone skin. Let's say you've just done a C peel, then you have the client come back in 4 weeks after the follow-up treatment, and you can do an A peel, and that's going to help keep their skin in their physiological pH balance. So it's also a great complement. Okay. quiz, I think we're running out of time here since we started late. I'm going to jump over the quiz. If there are questions, we are happy to take them afterwards. But let's take a quick review. This is basically what the quiz goes over anyway. So we've got one peel for all skin types. The A does not stand for acid, rather all rounder. And basically, we're working three different acids, AHA, BHA, PHA. And we're working with a concentration for the cabin at 32.5%. And because it is dermatologically tested, it's also, we're working with buffered acid, so it's very safe and consistent use for the cabin. And I'm going to skip over material costs because we're working with euros here, but if you need more information about that, your representative will be happy to help you, but your material cost is very low actually. So you have actually quite a profit even after the first treatment. We have also different flyers and material to educate your clients about it and to schedule new appointments. And now you're certified. So congratulations. And yeah, really thank you for your time today and listening. And I hope it was beneficial for you. And we're happy to take any questions that come in.
It was excellent. I do want to add because the biocellulose mask, everybody's always asking me for a neck treatment, and I do agree that that is the one that we have. It's the best. And
Right.
I want to touch on because sometimes people are confused of which SPF, and we, Alex Cosmetics, has like amazing quality and like options like the BB cream, the aloe SPF, the
The
medical.
no ager, yeah.
So could you talk quickly about the different ones so they know which one is best for them?
Sure, sure. So we have a few different chemical and physical barrier sun protections on the market at the moment. Like Nicole mentioned, we have the SPF 25, which we're working with chemical protection plus a lot of aloe vera. That can be layered with BB cream on top, then you have a really sure protection. Like I mentioned, the BB creams, all of our BB creams have physical barrier protection. So we're working with zinc and titanium, in addition to vitamin C, vitamin E, and also a lot of nourishing nutritive ingredients. Panthenol, allantoin is in there, licorice root is in there. So it's really soothing and hydrating for the skin. Then we also have from
Anymore.
our,
You don't need
what's
makeup.
that?
I don't wear makeup anymore. You don't need make. It's better
No.
for your skin. It's no chemicals. Like BB cream is the Imperial, or it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's my favorite too. I can't live without it. And it's a great, especially if your clients are in this vicious cycle, like the teenagers especially, with using a lot of makeup and their skin breaks out. I get them to switch from makeup to BB cream because it gets them into a healthy, clean cycle, and also works really anti-inflammatory, soothing at the same time. But my favorite sunscreen, which I use together with BB cream, first sunscreen, BB cream is always the last step, is the No Ager Sun Molecules from Medical Loft. And that's, we're working with, it's a vegan formulation. We're working with very modern chemical sunscreen agents. It's coral reef friendly at the same time. And we're working with anti-aging ingredients as well. We have from the marine pine an ingredient called picogonol. And picogonol is like an OPC for the skin. It's a very, very strong antioxidant protection. And actually, they've done a lot of clinical studies on this ingredient because it helps induce collagen synthesis and works wound healing at the same time. So it's anti-aging, skin compatible though. You can also use it on a combination skin or acne prone skin because it's a really nice light fluid. So you can also use it on its own. I personally am over 45, so I like to layer. So I usually use my a fluid underneath it, and then that on top of my BB cream. And you've got your skin is nourished and it's taken care of at the same time.
Yes. So are there any questions? Out of curiosity for our technicians and specialists, are there any trips to Germany, trainings for them there?
Oh, from our end, well, our door's always open. So yeah,
Incentives,
it's
like for people,
exactly.
they love
We have a
everything.
That would be great. We would love to have anybody come here. We have a beautiful new headquarters here. It's a gorgeous building, and we do conduct a lot of international trainings here. So yeah, that's something that we need to get going on, Nicole. It's a great idea.
Yes. I mean, nothing but raves, B peel, C peel. Um, yeah, it's amazing. And then now we have, I love A peel too. Everybody, in my past, I was very when chemical peels came out, remember what they were doing? I was still into herbs, but then the chemical
Mhm.
peels, and then it was just over peeling, acid, rosacea,
Mm.
aggression. And I love that now. I'm like, I feel very safe. I'm helping people with sensitive skin. They can do this. It's quick. It's wonderful for even new people. We sell a beautiful package deal. It's easy. And the results are amazing. You just do the A peel and then with the biocellulose, it's like you will wow people and just instantly get them hooked. It's very special. And
Yeah.
it's all about skin health because that's what I've always preached. And yeah, balance, healing.
Amen to that. Yeah.
I
More
have a
isn't always
question.
more. It's also about thinking about the skin in the long term, and the client's going to have a before and after result. Always take a before and after picture because the client will see, wow, it looks great. It feels good. It doesn't feel dry or irritated. It feels good afterwards, and they have that glow.
Is that you, Abby?
AB, yeah, hi.
Yeah.
What are you charging for the peel?
So maybe you can go on in on this, Nicole, because our price points are a little bit different here in Germany.
Yeah. Well, how would you relate it to your bee peels there?
So in Germany, our BPLs, I'm going to talk in euros. Our BPLs are around in the institutes it varies. And our institute here is 145 euros, and it starts at, and then you can always do add-on treatments. And our APL is 130 euros. So
On
if I were to talk low range of it, I would do like the A peel at 99 and the B peel at 120. Slightly higher than that. But also it's less, I mean, most of my clients I usually treat as a 90-minute treatment. Depends on how the demographic of your spa, how your spa is, set up. But I think my philosophy is the client needs to come in and also calm down and have that time to relax because that's actually one of the best ways to regenerate their skin as well. So, but you can do this treatment in an hour. So I guess it depends on your fixed costs and, your other calculations that you add into there.
Does that answer your question, AB? AB, I said it wrong. Sorry.
Yes, yeah, I just calculated the euro to dollar and it's about
Okay.
$164. So
And
Does
thinking,
that sound realistic to you?
And also
yes,
under your B
absolutely.
peel,
Yeah.
like it's less than a B peel. Yeah.
Yes,
And you guys are doing B and C, right?
yes.
So yeah. So
Yeah,
this
and definitely.
might be an intro to Alex Cosmetics too. Like that's why it's been nice to have all options. Like B peel, that's a very mid-range. It's a high-end facial. C peel is our corrective intensive. And A peel might be an introduction for Alex and
It
him
still
over.
rings on the Google thing.
This. Who's that? Oh,
Don't know if the microphone is. Yeah, I agree with you, Nicole. I think that's it's a great way to introduce Alex. And I like I said, I sell it as a package already included with biocellulose mask because once they feel that mask on their face, they're hooked. They're like, oh my God, that was such a great treatment, and I see the results. It adds that added finish to the treatment at the same time, and also especially with the tools on top. You can do a lot of like you can do gua sha with that. You can do like a fascia massage with it, so you have an added lifting. It's pretty cool.
I could actually suggest just an idea. You can actually price it with a B peel if you do add the biocellulose, because you are actually including a neck and décolleté treatment with that too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Maybe you keep it there. It's all, relative to your area, your clients. I introduce the peels with depending on who I'm talking to, what their price point is, what they're interested, because they're all really good for the skin health, but also what's their budget, what will win them over. So
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And it depends on if you're selling them a package, if they decide to book 4 treatments or 3 treatments. I usually actually just a tip, I never do a percentage off or say you get this for free. I usually incentivize with a product. So, maybe they book 4 treatments and then they get an ampule pack to go with it. Then they can see the benefit of the product on their skin and it gives them incentive to, come faster to their goal. I always set goals with my clients. I always take before and after pictures. I send it to them, in layout afterwards with a side-by-side picture because that motivates them too at the same time.
I agree. I always encourage that too. I'd rather have the cost and even add on something like gift them the ampules, gift them something because then, because it's so beautiful.
Yeah, I agree.
I
Amy, we have
have
a question about something from one of our customers.
Sure.
Hi, Amy.
Hi, good morning.
Thank you so much for the training, like always.
Oh, you're welcome,
Um,
so
one of
pleasure.
our customers that I have to send her the video that couldn't attend, she just wanted me to ask you because I don't know a lot about the cashmere cream, and
Mhm.
she's been selling it a lot, but she wanted to know what the red particles are made of, and
Yeah.
does it dissolve? I guess she's having customers ask about that.
Okay, so we have from a Renew line, we have an anti-aging cream that's fabulous. It's called the Green Caviar Cashmere Cream, and it has little red particles in it, and those are little coenzyme Q10s. So basically, what that does is it basically induces cellular renewal. It is going to break down and dissolve into the skin upon application, so nothing to worry about. This cream is great. It's a really boosts the skin's immune system. It does not have any silicones in it, which is cool, but it gives the feel of like this velvety, smooth skin afterwards without silicones. And it has really cool ingredients in it. So it's the caviar is actually algae, which actually ends up absorbing more nutrients than land plants do. So it's very, very nutritive. And we're also working with a couple of adaptogens in there. So Jiangulan, the immortality herb, is in there. Rock rose is in there. So it's very immune regulating and immune boosting at the same time.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're
I have
welcome.
another question. Could you talk a little bit more about what the fluid product is? And did you say that there was a product that had evening primrose oil in it?
Yes, the product with evening primrose oil in it is the Instant Relief Gel Mask.
Oh, yes.
And that is from our Calm line. And but the nice thing that is a must for the back bar because it's not only it was originally designed for clients with Cooperosis rosacea, any irritated skin types, but it's a great SOS product for the back bar. You can also use it on acne prone skin because it's immediately anti-inflammatory, immediately soothing on the skin. So great product. You can use it also for home use, but it is back bar as well. And you wanted to know a little bit more what was
Yes.
in.
Well, can I say one more thing? I read a book, I have a book about evening primrose oil, and they're saying um, that people with oh gosh, with eczema are
Mhm.
missing GLA, the gamma linolenic acid, and it's in evening primrose oil.
Primrose oil.
I always love
Absolutely.
product that they can use with that. But yeah, about the fluid, kind of what's the base of it? Because you did mention
Ah,
some
yes.
other
Yes, the
ingredients.
fluid. So this one is from the fluid is our post-peel hydration, but you can also use it on a regular basis. So we're working with shoots from the copper beech tree. So we're working with peptides in there. We have a little bit of PHA in there. I think it's like 0.1% from gluconolactone. And we're working with a extract from brown algae. Then the brown algae type is called Laminaria ocruloica, and basically helps support skin generation, regeneration, and barrier function at the same time. So if I were to describe the fluid in 2 words, I would just say it's energy and hydration at the same time. Great for all skin types.
Thank you. So it's not a cream, it's just a fluid that would
It's
be
a
like an
yeah.
ampule in a way or a serum? Or you,
Yeah, it is. It's a creamy serum. I mean, it definitely is a little bit heavier than an ampule would be. You could certainly even layer it over an ampule or a serum if this client's skin was more atrophic. But it's a cream fluid, but it's very light in its consistency. So for a more drier, demanding skin, you're going to need to layer it, definitely. So if we're a
right.
more drier, demanding skin, I would either put it on underneath a cream and or over a serum. You know,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
That's a good question. Yeah, and so it is a final product, but can be layered. Um,
Hmm.
so Amy, I want to know if there is a favorite product of yours that people aren't aware of, like something that's like some of our hidden secrets. Everybody does the bee peel. We have all those products. Those are our top sellers,
Hmm.
cream. But like something that like isn't people don't know yet, but that's special,
Oh, I
very
have a lot of favorite products.
it's hard.
Okay, so my go-tos always is definitely the green tonic because it works like a fluid and a tonic in one. And I actually like to keep it simple to tell you the truth. I like something that does a lot of multitasking. I use it even to remove my eye makeup. I use it to I press it really, take time and really press it into my skin because it's very volumizing, the green tonic. So that's one of my favorite go-tos. The no needle botanical lifter is fabulous, and that's we're working with low, middle, and high molecular hyaluronic acid, and we're working with two different types of spinanthol, which is from the paracress plant, which basically relaxes and lifts at the same time. So it's like a natural alternative to Botox that I layer under any cream that I'm using. Sorry, I have two more products that are my favorites that I have to say. In addition to BB cream, that's just a given. Um,
That's everything.
I have a very combination skin. I'm prone to hyperpigmentation. I have large pores, and of course, I need to deal with aging at the same time. I'm prone to acne as well, so got the hormonal situation going on. So my skin type has a lot of needs, and what I love, what my one of my favorite go-to products that covers all of that is from the Brighten line. That's the Natural Corrector plus vitamin C. And I know it's like, okay, it's a anti-hyperpigmentation product, but it does so much more because it's very nourishing at the same time, but not too heavy. It's got niacinamide in it. It's got vitamin C in it. Ferulic acid is in it. So it's corrective, it's anti-aging, and it's skin balancing at the same time. So I usually end up using that over the no ager or the no needle. And of course, I always finish with Imperial BB cream.
Great. I love that. Yeah, because I know we have our favorites and people just go like stem cell cells itself because people love
Yeah.
stem cells and retinol. So like sometimes there's things that people don't realize, but the no needle, that's a amazing product.
Yes, yes. And speaking of stem cells, I believe we'll be doing also a webinar in the future about stem cells. So that's also really cool, especially if you want, get your clients on an intensive treatment. Yeah, and we're going to be doing more and newer developments with retinol. I can't say too much, but we will have more information coming out in the future and a webinar in the future about that too.
Wonderful. So everybody, make sure you sign up for our emails. Message me, call the office because we do have more webinars we scheduled. And I'm very excited and I want to see any last questions because it's time for Amy to go have dinner.
Thanks, Nicole. No, but I am happy to answer any questions if you still have any. Somebody just wrote that they just got the stem cell activator. Fabulous product because you can layer it, and that's what I love about Alex Cosmetic products can be layered. So if you have a younger client that, maybe needs a little bit more immune boosting, they can use it alone, or you can layer it as a serum underneath your cream. So, and tell me a little bit more, Gabby, about your age group that you're working with to layer it. So, like, if you have, are we talking like a client who's 30 plus? Um, just let me know. Like I said, younger client, okay, 47 to 65. Then I definitely would use it as a booster. And you can use it one of two ways as a booster. Definitely, you can put it on and then on top use your stem cell repair cream because that's gonna activate the potency of the stem cells in the skin and the stem cell repair cream. We're working also with more lipid barrier boosting ingredients. So we have shea butter in there. Q10 is in there as well. Also helps activate the stem cells at the same time. But it's for a client that's between 47 and 65, the activator isn't enough. That's basically a booster that goes on underneath your cream. And for a client that's really demanding skin, I would even do a serum underneath that. So I would do, but that's just my personal advice. Most clients are fine with a stem cell activator with a stem cell repair cream on top in this age group. But if you want to give a little bit more hydration, for example, you could layer a serum underneath, like the no needle botanical lifter, for example.
Yes, and yes, you can layer it with hyaluronic acid too,
Yes,
or
yes.
alternate day and night. But I want to thank everybody because we're about out of time. And thank you all for joining us. It means, I'm so glad you got a great class. And Amy, thank you so much. As always, you're
Pleasure.
amazing. We loved it.
Oh, thank you. Likewise, it's a pleasure working with you. And yeah, hope to see you next time. Thank you for your patience with the technical difficulties and thank you for saving us, Monique. And yeah,
Welcome. You're welcome. We'll just do it like this from now on.
yeah.
Thank
And
you.
it's
Because
not
I was trying
exactly. That's
to see Microsoft. And so, all right.
exactly, exactly. That
All
works
right,
for
guys.
me.
I don't want
Okay.
to get cut off, so I'm just going to say thank you all and thanks, Amy.
You're very welcome. Have a wonderful day, guys. Take care.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
But
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
everybody, show your faces.
Bye, son. Good to see you.
Thank you guys so much. It was wonderful.
Hey,
Thank you very
Vanessa.
much.
Welcome. You're welcome. Bye, guys. Take
Bye.
care.
Thank you.
Bye. Okay,
Bye.
Thank you.
You're
I
very
see you guys
welcome.
now. I'll say hi until we get cut to the ends. It's good. Thanks for joining.
Cool.
Yeah, well, I got another great one.
Yeah,
All right.
cool.
And I'll send the record. Do you want it, Amy? The recording?
I don't need it. Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
All right. I'll
Yeah,
send
thanks so
it.
much for co-hosting, Nicole. It's always great.
It'll be
So,
much better when it's Zoom. My
absolutely.
computer hates Microsoft. I was in two this week. One worked, one didn't. I don't know what's
Okay.
going on.
Well, then it's great. Then I'm not taking that personally because, and I have, like I said, I even had IT back up with me, and she was like, "I don't know, I don't understand what it's doing." So, yeah,
So,
yeah.
not even the iPad, nothing. So I'm like, I was sweating. That's why I'm rattled. Poor Abby. I called her Amy. I'm like, I don't know. That was
Yeah, we made it work though.
it
Nice.
worked. So,
Okay.
all right, you guys, we're good.
Right.
Ending.
Good
I'll end
night.
now. Bye.
Okay,